have Fantom, symbol FTM, versus the dollar, being requested by Mr. Luke Bowden of our lovely community. He is looking at a 4-hour daily and weekly pre's. And what do we see right here? Okay, so I do recall that we did a video on this one either yesterday or the day prior, and we did have a target, I imagine, probably somewhere around about 68 to 69 cents. That has obviously been met, and not just met, but smashed. And into the monthly closure, this one is looking absolutely phenomenal. I wouldn't be surprised to see this one make new all-time highs in September, actually. You have a clear and obvious accumulation phase down here between October 2018 and late 2020, and that was resolved right here. So you got trend reversal on volume, and what do we have right here? We have a higher high, we have a higher low, and closing at your prior highs. What's typically going to happen after that? Maybe a short-term pullback could definitely happen, yes, but I would be looking for a new all-time highs probably in September, maybe October. Short-term time frames like a 4-hour. What do we see right here? Let's see. It does look like it's going to try to put in a bit of a higher low right here at about 69 cents or so, 69.5 cents. If you do lose this level on a 4-hour closure, maybe even a 2-hour can do it as well. I would look for a little bit of a down cent to about 60 cents even, somewhere around the 55, and I would be looking for a bounce there. And I do think that this one would be relatively good. But more importantly than any of that is that this one very likely is entering into a little bit of a sideways consolidation. Look at 4-hour BBWP. This one is really high. In fact, it can't even go higher because it's literally at 100 percentile. So I would be looking for, at the very least, a short-term, medium-term sideways, probably a little bit of downside implied there, and then long-term continuation. Daily is looking like what? Daily still fine. Again, expanding volatility alongside trend continuation on volume right there as well, plus hidden bullish evidence off that last low, but that's certainly already played out. And then it's the weekly and monthly that I'd be looking at after that. So very common to sell off after after a test of your prior all-time highs. Not too concerned with that. I'm just looking for a little bit of a higher low on short-term timeframes here, and then very likely trend continuation. Looks very good, actually. In fact, let's go check it out over here. I'm curious to see if one's more likely to have a short-term consolidation or if this one bleeds into the medium-term timeframes. Looking at the daily, Stokes remain to the upside as long as above 69 cents. Good. 4-hour says what? Down as long as below 86 cents. So yes, I do expect that this one at the very least spend some time going sideways. Probably a bit of downside there too. 69 cents on the hourly as well, though that one does look a little bit weak to me. And 12-hour says what? 12-hour will turn down with any sort of a closure below 82, about 81 and 3/4 cents. So I do expect that this one trades probably does break that level and does come down to the 55, somewhere around about 60 cents. But again, do not confuse that with bearishness. Overall, that's just a short-term pullback, and I'd be looking for higher lows around there. This is a very impressive chart. All things considered, 3-day had a phenomenal closure as well. So I'd be looking at that as an opportunity first and foremost, and this is still pretty damn good. I really like the higher term timeframes here, which I expect that you're most interested in, because I happen to know a little bit about your own strategies, seeing as you've been sharing them in the Discord. Not bad. All right, sweet. There you go. There's your Fantom, sir.